name's Kerri and I am an illustrator and small business owner. If you've clicked on this video, you are probably interested in finding out a little bit more about the Canon Pixma printer, and that's what this video is all about. So this is just a small business diaries video where I'm going to show you the unboxing of my new printer, which is a Canon Pixma, and I will find the code, the number, and put that underneath, but I can't remember. Essentially what happened, and the reason why I needed a new printer, was that my trusty Brother printer, which is a really big beast of a machine that I've had for at least 5 years now, it's a printer, scanner, copier, and it was fantastic. It stopped picking up the 300 GSM card, the printable vinyl sticker papers, and everything that I need to be printing on. It stopped picking it up. It can still pick up copier paper, but that is it. There's something wrong with one of the components of the printer, and rather than spend a lot of money and time in trying to fix that, I decided that I'm going to keep that one out in the rear studio out here, and that one's going to be for just scanning and copier paper prints. And I needed a new printer, so I treated myself to the Canon Pixma because I read so many reviews about it. So many of my fellow sort of creatives that I talked to were saying that the Pixma is fantastic, so I thought, okay, if it's that good, I'm going to go ahead and get it. I found it at a really good price. I will pop a link below to show you where I found it. I don't know if it's still at that really good price now, but when I purchased it about a month ago, I think it was now, maybe 3 weeks, it was a really good price, and I went ahead and got it because obviously I needed it. So I'll show you now the unboxing. So that was me unboxing the Canon Pixma and setting it all up. So it did take around about an hour for the full setup process, putting in the inks, doing the little test prints that it needed to be done and all of that sort of thing. Once it was all done, I moved it from here, which is where you'll see the filming. Most of the filming was done here. I've actually moved that and it's now in my sort of printer special area that I had built in this sort of studio space here in the shop, because obviously my studio is within my high street shop, so it's all if you've seen some other sort of studio vlogs and things, you'll kind of get a feel for the space that I'm in. What's in front of me now is my shop counter and then the big shop, and I'm pointing that way because there is a unit that has been specifically built for the printer to live on. So it's up there now and it fits perfectly. It's a lot smaller than my Brother printer because it is only a printer. It does print up to A3, but it is only a printer, it's not a scanner. So if you need a scanner printer, this one won't be for you. Because I already had the scanner, this made sense to go for. One thing I will say is that when I started printing, it was coming out so dark, really dark, and the colours were nothing like what my Brother printer was giving me. So I straight away thought that there was an issue with the printer, and I started going on forums and things and researching a bit more, because nowhere when I was doing the original research about this printer did it say anything about there being issues with the colour and it being so dark. So I wondered if it was something wrong that I was doing, whether it was something to do with the compatibility with my old computer or my iPad. And it turned out that actually with this printer it's much more complex and complicated than my old Brother printer, and that's because you can actually go into the settings and change how much of each colour you're in use. So for example, the yellow, the cyan, the magenta, you can actually use the toggle bars and add a little bit more or a little bit less of each until you get the colour profile that you need for each different paper type. And mentioning paper types, that's another thing to think about with this printer. Different papers print completely differently, even on the same colour profile settings. So for the prints that I do, I use a lot of bright colours, and I use, you can see some of the prints here, I use a lot of greens and blues, and I use some pastel colours too. And I like them to be vibrant, and they were just coming out really dull initially until I tweaked it about. I reduced the amounts of blue, I think it was, and increased the yellow slightly, and that has sort of fixed it for me now. And I'm really happy with how the colours are coming out. I can't show you some of these prints because they're actually for launches that are going at the end of May. I'm having a really big launch at the end of May. I'm really excited about it. It's the first sort of shop launch, shop drop that I've ever done before. Normally I just make the products and get them on the website straight away. There's a collection that I'm doing that is going to be launching at the end of May exclusively, and nothing else is going to be seen, sort of, not seen because I will share it on the run up to the launch day, but nothing else is going to be available until the 31st of May, so I'm excited about that. But I will show you this one. So this is since the settings have been changed, and you can see now, I don't know, obviously depending on your screen how well this is going to show up, but this is how it looks on my screen and this is how it is printing now. This is a premium quality smooth matte card, and I can also show you how it printed. It prints absolutely fantastically on the premium sticker vinyl, the water resistant premium sticker vinyl that I use. This is my new, this is my first ever sticker sheet, and the colours are printing so much better on here now. Initially this was coming out so dull that the cat was looking like dirty, but it's much more vibrant now, so I'm really pleased, and I've managed to actually get it to cut properly as well with my Cricut machine, which is here. So I've only actually managed to cut successfully about 6 of these, and I've got like 10 B grade ones because the cutting machine, that's not the printer's fault, that's the cutting machine. So yeah, the colours are much better now, and I have learned that it's all about getting the right colour profile settings for each different paper. So that's obviously premium vinyl sticker paper, smooth matte card. I've also, I won't show you all of this because as I say, it's top secret, but I'll show you a little bit of it. Try and hide the main character. I don't know how much you can see here, but there's a linen texture to this one, and it prints beautifully on there. I would definitely recommend using the high quality setting no matter what you are working on. And I would definitely recommend looking at all the different paper types that you can choose from. So when I print onto the sticker vinyl, I have to use semi-gloss setting on there. When I print on the matte premium cardstock, I have to use the matte cardstock on there. I can do a little bit more of an in-depth review and in-depth show of all the settings and things if you want to see one. This is just a quick review video to let you know sort of what I thought since I've unboxed it and been using it. And my overall review is it's great, it's fantastic, it's doing what I needed to do, it's printing on all of the different cardstocks I need, so that's 300 GSM cardstock for bookmarks and things. It's printing onto the glossy vinyl papers that I need it to print it onto. The colours are fantastic. Now I've tweaked the settings, and yeah, I'm really happy. So if you are looking for sort of like an art print printer or a printer to print your stickers and things like that, then this Canon Pixma is probably a good one to go for if you can afford it. There are probably cheaper printers out there, so it depends on your budget and what you've got available to you. But this is an investment for me that I had to have for the business. I needed to be able to print on the thick, heavy cardstock and the sticker papers and things, and I needed a really good quality colour printer because it's a big part of what I do for the business. So it was a necessity for my business to run. There are much more affordable, cheaper printers out there if you are looking for something just as a beginner printer, but it's always worth looking around and different websites and shopping around as well, because it's easy to think that the cheapest place is going to be Amazon. That wasn't true in this situation. I actually found it cheaper elsewhere. As I say, I'll pop a link below because I can't remember the name of the business, but I'll pop a link below to who I purchased from, and I was quite surprised to see that they were much cheaper than what was available on Amazon. So shop around definitely. And yeah, happy printing if you go for it and buy a Canon Pixma printer. I'm really happy with it, and I will show you all of the different things that I print with it. And if you do want a more in-depth review of the printer and want to see some of the settings and all the behind the scenes of how I tweaked it to get it working right for me, let me know in the comments and I will come back and do that in another Small Business Diaries vlog. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting me. If you enjoyed watching, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below to let me know. And I'll see you soon in another studio vlog and potentially some more Small Business Diaries. Take care guys, bye.